Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, our brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. And hokey smokes, it's been about 4,000 times attempting to get this recorded. Everything has gone wrong, which means situation normal. Yay! And one thing I wanted to talk about really quick. I have this chunk of memory foam here that I think it was last night I hacked off, because I've been using a pillow to put between my knees because you don't want to have skin-to-skin contact. And with me, with all of my pain issues, even as a child, I have had problems with pain and hard parts of bodies being together. My knees, my ankles hurt when they touch. And so I need something between my knees, and you should have something between your knees anyway. I've been having a pillow for years, decades now, and it's been pretty good depending on the pillow, and I've been having trouble of late. So I hacked off this piece of memory foam to use instead of a pillow, where this part up here ended up between my knees and the rest of it wasn't. So I only had this tiny bit actually touching my body, because the problem with the pillow is I was overheating. So with this, with such a tiny volume area, and with it being foam, it did a good lord, it did a really good job of keeping the hard parts of my knees from hurting and knocking together. That was so much better than what I've been using for decades. I wish I had tried something like that before. So I still need to cut off parts of it to make it the perfect size and shape. But yeah, and please, you should try and minimize skin-to-skin contact. And for areas where you can't, like if you're lying on your side, your knees and your ankles, you should put a pillow in there, and it helps. So, thumbs up. Plus, if you lie on your side and you don't have someone to hang on to, a pillow is a good thing, because it keeps that one arm from hanging. So, thumbs up and try that. As well as a pillow for your back is an excellent idea. Ideally, you should have, when you lie down in bed, a pillow for your head, a pillow to clutch, a pillow for between your knees and your ankles. Did I mention the one for behind your back yet? Yeah, it's a lot of pillows to keep your body doing well. So thumbs up. I just wanted to mention that. And then this one turned into a big thing because I ended up watching a lot of videos. It is 2:24. And I watched a lot of videos instead of anything, because I went early Walkies today. I'm going to talk about that too. But the videos I was watching were by the group Callboy, who had done the original song Hypa Hypa. And I've loved that song a lot. And I have resisted listening to anything else they've done, because quite often, if the first thing I hear from someone is too good, it ruins the rest of everything I hear from that point on. St. Vincent, Melting of the Sun, is such a good song. Nothing else I've listened to by her has ever lived up to it. And even though normal, Melting of the Sun, her other work, because it doesn't reach here, it feels like way down here. I can't really enjoy those other songs I hear from her because they just don't match up to Melting of the Sun, the first thing I heard. It ruined the rest of her catalog for me. So I have resisted listening to anything else by Callboy for fear that it wouldn't live up to Hypa Hypa. And if you haven't listened to it, I don't know the full history, but it's Callboy is, they do a mix of sometimes just melodious pop mixed in with growly hard metal. And it flows effortlessly between the two, depending, of course, on the song. In the beginning, with Hypa Hypa, not too many grand changes. With some of the other songs I've been listening to, it is absolutely incredible. They are so skilled. I mean, I had respect for them before. But with these songs I've listened to finally, yeah, it was either Hypa Hypa was not too high of a bar to pass, or their work is so consistently good that it matches the bar set by Hypa Hypa. Because I have loved their stuff so far. There's the song "We Got the Moves" that I love, because another thing I want to talk about real quick on that one, hopefully real quick, is it is a song that is essentially a celebration of youth, because part of the chorus is like, we're alive, we're free, sipping on booze on a sunny beach, we're alive, we believe that summertime memories will never fade away. And on the one hand, of course, saying something like that, utter foolishness. I mean, I can see myself here looking in the mirror, and even 10 years ago, I had hair that would hang down to my neck. I can't do that anymore just because I'm getting older. Everything fades away. But at certain times, in certain situations, it is absolutely thoroughly appropriate to yell out, to declare to the universe, we are alive, we are young, we will not die. Even though it's all patently false and untrue, it is absolutely essential that you scream that out to the universe. Celebrate your youth. Celebrate being young. Because that's the only time you're going to be able to do it. Part of the lyrics that I thought that it's... where do we have that there? It's yesterday we drank too much. Let's do it again. And as much as I fought alcoholism, and I should have died because of it, as much as drinking is an issue here in the United States, yeah, celebration of youth. Yesterday we drank too much. Let's do it again. You're not going to be able to do this when you're older. Celebrate your youth when you can. So thumbs up on that. And depending on, there are certain levels and things that shouldn't be done, but largely when you're young is the time to do things that are stupid. Getting tattoos, taking substances into your body, doing things with people that when you're older, you may look back on and go, wow, I can't believe I was doing that. But you're never going to be able to do that sort of stuff again. You might as well celebrate the fact that you can while you can. No, you're not immortal. You're not invulnerable. You will fade away. It will hurt. Trust me on that one. But you can't celebrate your youth when you're older. You gotta celebrate it while you can. So, yeah. What else did I have written down? Anything actually intelligent? Maybe. This is just something that I had rubbed in my face because of taking classes, and then I watched the channel Beau of the Fifth Column about this guy. Beau lives in southern Florida, but he's worked security and journalism and all that his life, and he still covers journalism, security. He does journalism, security and politics worldwide, in the United States in particular. Try to remember what I was talking about. But yes, what he always stresses, and what is stressed, in at least when I went through school and took classes in college for speaking, is the big tell people what you're going to tell them. Tell them what you told them. And that's the basis of what you do when you've got speech writing. If you're going to talk about, this is why we need to have extra dog catchers. You know, it's tell them what you're going to tell them. I'm going to talk about why we need more dog catchers. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then you tell them why you think they need more dog catchers. And then tell them what you told them. This is what we just talked about when I talked about how we need more dog catchers and why. Brief summary and conclusion. It's something that is, I find, so useful and amazing and good, and yet it's such a simple and basic template that when you see it, it's like it's in gray neon. Neon is a color, a type where gray would not work. Like orange neon. So, thumbs up for that. I don't exactly know what I'm trying to say, but there we go. Anything else I've got written down is at least my smoke alarm has been good. Ever since the day I complained about it, it has not gone crazy. So, I don't know if it's because it stopped doing work, or because there's less pollen, or because it's Saturday, you know, or maybe its horoscope was right. It's hard to say. It's been fine, and that's good. Because holy smokes, that was awful when it was going off 3 times in like 45 minutes. Blah. That was a nice sound, wasn't it? And then the only thing left is the one thing I did a post on. I think I talked about this ages ago, but I got ADHD, so it could be I was talking about it with somebody else and didn't do it for in a video here, or it could be that I have and I just can't remember entirely. But I mentioned in a community post the movie Castaway by Tom Hanks, now 24 years ago. Good God, it came out in the year 2000. But while I was watching it, and I still contend now, that movie, for all that it's about a guy that crash lands from his ship, airship on a deserted island and then escapes and then makes it home, is a film about the descent into and then escape from addiction. Everything mirrors the descent into addiction. Because he's the FedEx employee and he's flying this ship, but that it crash lands on that plane and then he's alone. That's the descent of addiction. Everything is holding together until it doesn't. And then you crash and you're alone. And he had his health fall apart. He lost teeth. He got really thin. It took years, but he fought, got things together, even had, if you use this as a model of addiction recovery, even had a higher power, Wilson, that he used and fought out and escaped. Which is why when I was watching this movie and Tom Hanks was back and went back to either his girlfriend or his wife, I can't remember what else or who she was, but knocked on the door and was talking to her, and he was standing out in the rain, water just pouring onto him. And I thoroughly understood when she's like, oh, you need to come in and out of that. And he's like, oh, I didn't even realize. And it's like, yeah, that was what was normal. Normalized behavior And then when he goes off and does other things, again, because of the addiction, he's free to go off and choose. It is not a movie about a guy that on the surface is what it is. It is about the descent into and escape from and recovery from addiction that almost killed him. But he escaped. It took a toll on his body, but he escaped. And that is, while watching it, I could not unsee it, and I refuse to believe that that's not what it's about. Because, again, you may make a piece of work where you say there is no subtext, and I am quite sure that when they made this movie, they had no intention of doing that. They would say there is no subtext, this is exactly what you see on the surface. But it fits perfectly. If it looks like a duck, acts like a duck, quacks like a duck, I'd call it a duck. And this looks, acts, and quacks like a duck. But they didn't mean to make a duck. And in their view, they didn't make a duck. So this ties back to my irritation with J.R.R. Tolkien with the Lord of the Rings books when he says, no, it's all surface level. I refuse to have any, no, there is no subtext. What you read on the surface of these books is what there is. There is no subtext. Problem is, you are a product of your culture. No matter what you may think you're doing, what you actually do is entirely different. He may have set out to have no subtext, but the subtext is there. Just like with the movie Castaway. They may have meant no intention, may have had no intention of putting any subtext in there. But again, when you take a picture of the movie Castaway and you take a picture of the descent into, rise into, and escape from addiction, they're mirror images. They look exactly the same. Again, subtext not meant, but perfect. So I just thought I'd yammer on about that for a while. If you're a patron, thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated. You help me out so much. I am in a bad shape, as are a lot of people in the United States, and with your help, I've taken me from a terrible place to a, still terrible, but less terrible, and much appreciated place. Thumbs up, thank you. If you've left me a comment, ever, thumbs up, thank you, it is appreciated. I do appreciate them. I try to answer as many as I can. I do my best. I've been doing better with the laptop that I've got. That's a definite thumbs up. I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. So, yay! So, thumbs up for that. I am going to get this done here, get it edited, rendered, uploaded, which means, of course, I'm going to do it all on this instead of pointing over it there. I'm going to use Light Cut just to edit it and render it down into a smaller thing so it'll take less time to upload so you can watch it all before it's tomorrow. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be very cool. But of course, if you can't, please do not beat yourself up. That's not going to make yourself get it done anymore the next day. It's just beating yourself up out of habit. So, until we meet again. Hopefully I didn't jump scare you too bad if anybody's watching this far. And of course, if you could write "beautiful day" into the comments to let both me and the YouTube algorithm know that people watch the videos. So thumbs up for that. But again, so until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Why jump scares here in the middle of July? Oh my God. I have dignity. I can't even remember what I was trying to say, so I'll just let it go with that one. Have a good one.